Welcome to the Skyslope tutorial. When you log into skyslope.com, you will click the login button, drop down this menu, and click Skyslope Suite. This is where you're going to have your login. You'll put in your username and your password that has been generated for you. If you don't remember your password, you can click Forgot Password and ultimately change your password there. So we're going to go ahead and sign in. Once you're inside of Skyslope, your screen will look very similar to this. Now, mine is an admin account, so there may be a couple of more things showing up here. Generally, you're going to have your manage transactions, manage listings, working documents, task and reminders, and your digital signature. So let's talk about a few of these items. When you have a transaction, let's say that you have a new buyer that you just went under contract with, you will click the Manage Transactions button. This is where you will go in and create a transaction inside of your dashboard. Here, you're going to fill out some information. Go ahead and click the Skyslope's form, and you can actually use this to create forms for your client to sign. If you want to do an address lookup for a particular property that you have under contract, you go ahead and search for the address here, and it will auto-populate the information within this form, so you don't have to add that information. It just makes it easier. But in here, for the transaction, you're going to need to know, it'll mark you as the agent because it'll be in your account. You need to know the MLS number, which would pull if you pulled the address. All this, the red asterisks are things that you're going to need to make sure that you fill out. And if there's a co-buyer agent, put that in there. The sales price, what the agreed sales price is, the source of your business. So if it came from a personal referral, an open house, previous customer, prospecting, whatever it may be, go ahead and mark that. That gives us an idea of where leads are coming from. And then, is this an office lead or not? And the acceptance date on the contract. Now, your checklist is going to be a new buyer checklist because that's what you're looking to do in this particular circumstance. When you go to put in a listing, which is a different link, you would choose the listing checklist. So then you put your street name, all that information, the type of representation you are doing. So if you're representing a buyer for a purchase, click that. And then if there's an escrow number that the title company has given you, that's fine. You can put that in there. And then what the closing date is. Now, once you hit that, let me go back into working documents and show you what the inside of a file will look like. So we'll go into this particular file, and you'll see it has all the information for this purchase. And since we have gone ahead and completed everything, it's going to have this list of tabs across the top. With the contact tab, it's going to give you everything that you've input for the contact. As soon as mine loads. Here you'll see the contact information that you've input. Be sure to put the seller's first name, last name, their email address we require in here, and any notes that you have about these particular clients, you can put in there so you can keep track of things. This is for the seller side, the purchaser side. So obviously, if you're representing the buyer, you wouldn't have the landlord or the seller's email address. So just move on to the client that is yours. And title, who is closing it? Is there an agent representing the other side? So in this case, it would be a listing agent. And then who is the lender? What company are they with? And the home warranty and any other people that are involved with this deal. Maybe you want to put who the home inspector was, any information there. So that's the contacts tab. Then we move on to commission. Commission is going to be, what the sales price is, what exactly is the commission split. So in this particular case, it would be 3% listing, 3% buyer side. You may be the listing or only the buyer agent, and you're not sure what that listing commission is. So we just put your sales commission on that side. If it's two agents within iTech, then both agents would be on here and it would give a gross commission on the sale to iTech. But make sure that this calculates the amount right there for you. It's 3%. Let's see if you were to do 2.5%. Notice that it automatically changed here. And then who is holding the earnest money? And the type of referral, if you have a referral on this property, if there's someone that needs to be paid a referral, what the percentage is or flat amount is. And you need to upload a W-9 from that company, because when we go to pay them, we need to have their tax information in order to send that check to them. And then if you have any additional commission information, if you're giving them a credit toward anything, make sure you put that in there so we at the office can understand what you're doing there. If there's a commission split with anyone, if there's a commission breakdown, this all gets played out here. And then next is the checklist. So since you told the system what kind of deal you're working with, so in this case, it would be on the buyer's side, we're going to have the checklist for all the things that are required for this file to be complete. If you look, you'll see that the green ones show completed and the blue ones are showing what is still required for this file. Now, there are additional items in here that are not necessarily required, but if you have them, add them. So if you have a resolution of due diligence, which basically becomes an addendum to the contract, we need to have that uploaded. If there's a FERPTA addendum for someone who is a foreign person selling a property or buying a property, we need to have that file in there. Also, here is your information on your property conditions, lead-based paint, title insurance, all of that. Now, the documents section is basically where you would upload all of your items to begin with, and then you can assign them over. So let's say that I wanted to, these are things that are already assigned. But if I go to this one, and let's say that I wanted to assign it, I go up here to assign, and then I look at the list, and this is the checklist that shows what are in the checklist. And you look to see the matching item that would go to. So let's say that this was a solar panel system addendum. So we would go to the solar panel addendum here. And when we hit assign, it will actually load it into that spot so that it fills that inside of the checklist. And then the log shows any activity that's gone on with this transaction. Who uploaded, what's going on with that. Tasks, that is if you want to add in anything that you want to be reminded of, like checking on a home inspection, making sure you're updating your clients. But our system, our My Instant Agent does a lot of this. So there's probably not too many things that you're going to have in there. And then property. This is if you wanted to add additional information about the property itself, but we don't require you to add all that in there. So that is a basic overview of the Skyslope platform. If you have any questions, if something's not clear, please reach out to our administration and get those questions answered so that you can be very comfortable with filling out this program and keeping everything up to date.